what do you make of this new president in Colombia? How might he change things, notably when it comes to that peace deal with FARC?
Well, a lot of people think he's just going to be a sort of puppet of former President Alvaro Uribe, who was a hardline right-winger who believed that the FARC rebels ought to be defeated militarily. He claims that he isn't. He wants some aspects of the peace deal with the FARC to be tightened up, but he doesn't really want that to be a central aspect of his government. He's very much he regards himself as a centrist, a modernizer, a technocrat. His background is advisor on strategy to senior management of a development bank in Washington, where he spent 12 years, and he's appointed a cabinet very much of experts in their field. The usual way politics is done in Colombia is for those in power to build alliances by handing out jobs, contracts, favors, and so on. He's not going to do that, he says. He doesn't really have a background in that kind of politics. So he says that he will respect former President Uribe and ask for his opinion if he needs it, but he's going to be the one giving the orders, and he really wants to put his own stamp on the government and concentrate on sort of wonky policy issues like health, education, jobs, the fight against corruption. He wants these, which are most people's preoccupation, rather than the FARC issue.
And indeed, Colin, when it comes to his relationship with the United States, he was educated there and, seems to have very good relations with the current president. Colombia, a long-time ally of the US, but could we see a change come in those relations as well?
Well, he really wants close relations with the United States. I mean, President Trump has threatened to lower the rate of cooperation with Colombia if they don't do something about their coca production, which is the raw material of cocaine. But I think Duque will very much take a more law and order approach to coca production, clamp down on cultivation. The opponent he defeated in the elections was all for a more social approach, reform, land reform, rural development. I think Duque is going to take a tougher line. It may mean a return to spraying the crops. We'll have to see about that. But again, he doesn't really want the emphasis to be on that. He wants it to be on close cooperation with Washington and lots of foreign investment, which is what he's hoping for.
Indeed. Well, Colin Harding, thanks so much for your time and giving us your insight into that situation in Colombia as the new president is sworn in this Tuesday.